Trey, when since you've been back after the injury, did you? I guess when you were out, did you get to watch and did that help you and kind of? You've taken a step, it seems, forward as far as consistency in your game since you've been back and playing better. Did it help to watch for a couple games?
No, yeah, definitely. That was definitely a big part of it. Just seeing, like, hearing the coaches on what they see and just looking at it from a different point of view and just seeing, like, where we're good at, like, attacking the paint and just trying to just keep it rolling, just learning things from the side. Definitely helped a lot, though.
Trey, Kenny was talking in here earlier saying that it was big for you to just focus on going north and south rather than east and west. Was that something that you noticed Tuesday night, just as you're having that big game? And then, how do you plan to follow that up? Kenny said that your biggest challenge is to now try to do that again Saturday night.
Definitely. Just knowing that, like, I am a bigger guard, so I can just, bump guards and try to get downhill. And I feel like that can start a chain reaction with our team. We're great whenever we get into the paint. So even if it means me not scoring, just starting that chain reaction of getting into the paint, kicking it, I feel like that'll help our team a lot. So carrying that forward is what I plan to do.
Caleb, you've seen your role increase recently, including some time at the 5. How has this stretch helped you impact your game, help you develop?
It's helped me adapt a lot to different things. I've never played the 5, so guarding people like Armando Bacot, PJ Hall, those bigger dudes, that's helped me a lot, and it's made me tougher. Got to come in with a good mindset because those guys been in college for 4 or 5 years. They're also good players, so it's helped me a lot.
Kind of piggybacking off of that, Caleb, what is your approach when you know that you're going to be undersized? And Florida State is another team that has a lot of size and length. Like, how do you kind of maybe use angles or something else to your advantage, knowing that, you're going up against these bigger guys?
For me, it's just more like bringing more energy and outworking them. I mean, I got the strength advantage, but they're just taller. And I think the strength always overpowers, being taller, especially if they're not usually stronger. So I think that usually helps me a lot.
You guys are halfway through the ACC season now. Do you sit and reassess your goals, reset them? I mean, what's your, I guess, number one priority over the second half of the season?
I mean, I feel like our main thing is just getting better day by day, for real, just learning and getting better, getting stronger together. I feel like we have been doing that for real. We just got to just lock in on the little things and, keep it rolling. But I feel like we have getting better offensively and defensively. We just got to just do it for a whole 40 minutes, honestly. So just day by day.
Pick off what Trey said. We just got to play the whole 40 minutes. We have stretches of the game where we look like we could be anybody, but there's also stretches where we don't look too good. So I think it's just putting all 40 minutes together.
Going back to Tuesday's game, there were some stretches where after Sky went down, you guys were playing mostly, with no true point guard. Just what was that experience like? And getting Mike and Curtis, that time, and just how did you think the team operated just during that situation?
I feel like the team, we rallied together really good. We have practices where coach will do some lineups like that just to get certain players used to playing with each other, so that definitely helped. And kudos to Mike and Kurt. They definitely helped us with the point guard role that game for sure.
I asked Kenny this: Did it help you at all that you had the ball in your hands more in that game, in terms of having the 29-point scoring game? And secondly, how do you explain the 14 rebounds, which people don't talk about quite as much?
Yeah, having the ball in my hands isn't really like what I need for my type of game. I feel like I can try to get it done, but it definitely did help just having to be more aggressive with, a couple of our players out. But for the rebound part of it, I feel like I've always been a good rebounding guard, but Coach Kenny is always talking to me just about my mentality. It's like you got to want it, you know what I'm saying? So before the game, he was talking to me about that, and during the game, I wanted to win, so I just had to do whatever it was. I feel like we do a pretty good job of that.
We asked Coach Payne, and I'll see your perspective of, you've had individuals have great games. What is it going to take to kind of get a collective of 3 or 4 guys at the same time having that peak kind of game?
I think for us, it's just about doing it for the whole 40 minutes. Like we said earlier, I feel like it's bits and spurts in the games where certain players are having their moment, or like as a team, we're having our moment, and then we'll just crumble for a little bit, and then we'll separate like when things start to get bad. But I feel like for us, we just do it for the whole 40 minutes. We'll look like the team that we know we are.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.